There are bones everywhere down here. Morning from Sagada. It is Saturday morning, which means it's market morning in the city, and I'm with my two guides, Angdung and also Chris, and we're gonna find some breakfast, some street food breakfast, right? I have no idea what's on the menu this early in the morning for street food, but that's how we're gonna start our day before we head in the woods and look for some coffins. Yeah man, so many vegetables. Cabbage, beans, eggplant. And what do you call this here?
Zayote.
Zayote. In Mexico it's called chayote.
Chayote.
Chayote. It's almost like congee then. This is rice?
Yeah. Yes. 100.
Arroz caldo. Is that lemon juice?
Yes, yes.
Alright, the plan today is a bit of an interesting one. We're meeting a older man, I think he's 80 or 90, who has been around for obviously a very long time and seen the old ways of doing things with the coffins, with the mummies. There are places here where you can see coffins very easily. A lot of tourists come through here, but we're gonna find an area by bushwhacking where we're not gonna see anybody else.
Isa, dua, tolo, upat, walay upat.
Alam kitin ngam inna.
Sa kang gawnan lumakla ko, kadung di si kana kay alaot.
Before we visit the cliffs to try to find the coffins, we have to ask permission from an old man. And here the term old man is a little bit more elaborate than just an old guy. He is a village elder, I guess would be a better way to say it. And his ancestors are the ones that are put in the cliffs. So we're going to visit him, have a quick chat, and ask him if we can have permission to go meet his grandfather, his great-grandfather, everybody he's related to who were put in these coffins. Let's go. Nice to meet you. All right, we're going to ask him for permission to visit his ancestors, yeah? Have we done that already? Yeah? It's okay?
Yeah.
And thank you for letting us and for giving us permission to visit your ancestors in the cliffs. We are going there now to see if we can find some of them. So thank you.
So they will find a good spot, a good rock that to wipe your ass, because before we don't have comfort room. So you do shitting over there, and sometimes the pigs will lick your ass, and they'll be the one who will wipe it. Yeah, and you'll be lucky if you'll be the one also who have like shit in the first in the morning. If you're the second one, you'd be oh la la.
That story took a crazy turn. So hold on, let me recap. This used to be a pig pen. It used to, but now it's a bit a bit dirty. Pigs used to be kept here, and you used to have a toilet in the pig pen.
Yes, yes.
And you'd shit in the hole, and they'd have a special rock
that
you'd wipe your butt on instead of toilet paper.
Yes.
And then you're saying it's best to go first in the day because at the end of the day it gets really dirty.
Yeah.
Can we try that? Is there someplace we can try?
Not for now.
Here we are, our first set of coffins.
Going in that area, that's what I remember when I was a kid, that we brought my grandfather in those graveyards in that area.
So your grandfather's still in the cliffs?
Yeah.
Are many of your ancestors still here in the cliffs?
Yeah.
When you die, do you want to be put in the cliffs?
Yes, yes.
Really?
It would be really cool if I would be still allowed to be hung or to be in the caves.
But you said still allowed because these days they're not putting very many people in the cliffs anymore.
Now it still exists. Yeah.
But it's not very common.
Yeah. It depends on the guy that you're gonna bring, you know. Like Lakay Lao, that would be one guy to be hung. Supposedly to be hung.
Because Lagay Wow, which still believes in animism. He still believes in this way of doing things.
Yeah, and he knows the rituals. He knows how animist what they are doing or what they.
And most people these days would have Christian beliefs, and a Christian, someone who believes in God and Jesus, would not want to be put in the cliffs, because then they wouldn't go to heaven.
Yeah, now we have the cemetery.
You have a cemetery.
Yeah,
okay.
so but it's still mix.
A mix.
Yeah.
Wow, Chris, you can really see how there's a lot of caves, a lot of cracks, a lot of places to put things, to hide, to. This really is a special place. And it's very disrespectful to touch the bones, right?
Yes, because it's their final rest.
It's the final rest.
Let them rest.
Let them rest. Wow. There's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 12, 15, even more up top. Do you remember where your grandfather is?
I think somewhere over here. Yeah.
And how many years ago was that?
I don't know. I was just like maybe 11, 12 years old that time. Now you see the mixture of animist and Christianity. Now they have cross, not like before that. And before how they make, like that one, the short one, or this ones over here. There's more. These are the really older ones, because they are put in fetal position. But when the American missionaries came here to introduce Christianity, they introduced how to make coffins also, so they are lying down. They are not in fetal position anymore. They're gonna put the coffins there, and then after the dead body, what they're gonna do to the dead body, they're gonna roll it in a blanket in fetal position and tie it in a rope or something. And then they will pass it to each other one by one, like playing rugby or something. But be careful not to drop it, because it's taboo. The clotted blood of the dead body or the juice of the dead body will melt and come out from every part of the body that has holes. And the belief of that one is the more blood that will spill to you, the more juice that will spill to your body, the more luckier you are someday. Yeah.
Wow. And so that is so interesting for me. The treatment of the body, passing it back and forth and hoping that the decomposing body leaks fluids on you because it means good luck. And so people don't think it's unhygienic, people don't think it's gross, people think it's an honor.
No, we call it gabay. Gabay means like it's like really a blessing, and nobody yet was encountered that they die because of fluids with them. Just like the maggots, it's like
just like the maggots in the itag smoked pork. Maggots in there, no one ever died from it, and so they still eat it with maggots sometimes, and no one ever died from getting the fluids of dead bodies on them, so why worry about it, right? There's no problem. That is very different than where I'm from.
Welcome to Sagada. We go over there, there's more cabins over there.
All right, after 45 minutes of basically bouldering and canyoning, we found ourselves in this crevasse, right? It looks like water would rush through here during wet season. Apparently Chris said that he knows an elder of the village who told him there are coffins somewhere down here. I'm just trying to find them. Putting on a GoPro. Do we find some more coffins?
outside over here.
Not there. Chris, this is an adventure, man. I told you take me someplace that no one goes, and you're delivering on that promise. This is beautiful, man. Put the GoPro on for me. Yeah.
Makan na labsa. Makan ano po. Ilam no ano pa sa. House in the bird. And one baby and one egg. Yeah, that's good. Hello, baby. Go sleep. You sleep now. Okay, see this. Hello. One. This way.
All right, there was a steep slope going down into the forest, and then it opened up into this incredible cave. You can see we came down right here from the top of the rocks. We're walking on the ledge now, and there are bones laying everywhere. You can see what looks like a radius from the forearm. There's a coffin up in that crevasse up there. You can see it. There's maybe 6 right here. I'm gonna climb down. I'm gonna join Chris and see if we can find some things, some creatures, some coffins, some whatever there is back there. Sometimes no shoes is safer than slippery shoes. Here you can see a bunch of older ones. So this one here with bones still inside is one of the older style, right? A single piece of pine. And there's something written on the side. Ale died July 15th, 1939. 120 years old. It's an 80-year-old coffin for someone who lived to be 120. Wow. Oh, I see, it's like a tunnel. Oh, there's nothing more relaxing than crawling through a tunnel in an underground cave filled with human bones. The temperature drops like 10 degrees right when you go through. Oh, and the silence down here is deafening. There are bones everywhere down here. We're in the back of the cave. You can hear the bats chatter every time I begin to talk. Not many people come back here. Not many that are still alive anyway. The caves are really beautiful. You can see how the water would pour through the cracks of the cave wall and sweep through these valleys and canyons. When the tribes used to put coffins in these caves, they used to hang them off to the sides so the water wouldn't touch them in the wet season. But after a while, 100 years or so, the coffins decompose enough to fall, and then the bones fall as the coffin falls and everything gets swept down. That's why this bottom part of the cave is filled with bones. time returns all to the earth, right? And that's where they ended up as well. So we've had a little photo shoot, snapped some good ones, and Chris is saying that we should probably do a little prayer because we've been jumping all around and making noise and taking photos.
Yeah. Hi. Nah, di in Mali kamit na di Mr. Boy mi da kayos atik. Asik ay alay o kay nga dan mot nay. Pataba ko won mi da kayo. Nay. Bati mi na talok lang ano ta. Ay kang kanan nyo sa ato. Inayan pa di wala pun na kang kanan. Na. It's like we came here and we do a lot of things like jumping all over, and it would be cool also if we give them something a little bit to smoke. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Seriously guys, so the stairs go up, they end, you walk across some bamboo, and then you have to climb the rocks? It's a little messed up. So we walk across this, and then we climb the rope going up. Oh my god. Camera's gotta go away for this one. And Angdung has the GoPro.
On. Oh. On. Okay.
All right, here we go. So don't trust the wood, you said, yeah? All right, man. Wish me luck. See you up top. They're good, yeah? They might break. This one good?
Okay.
Alright, so our morning just came to an end. We trekked through the lesser visited spots, and now we're coming out at Echo Valley, which is the most common and the most touristed area to see the coffins. So the experience from now on is going to change a little bit. Yeah, this is the famous photo. The spot for the famous photo, and everyone's here taking famous photos. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the series of Northern Luzon, visiting Sagada, visiting Kalinga. It was some of my favorite adventures in the Philippines, and I know you guys liked it too because some of the videos got several million views. Oh yeah, let's do it. Insert more hip-hop noises here. Thank you for that. A couple things before we move on in the Filipino adventure. The shirts, Experience Over Possessions, are back on sale on my website. They're in the top in the shop, as well as I just made a 15 tips video on how to experience, find, and also film the most amazing things on the planet. I've posted that for free on my Patreon page, where you can see all the rest of my behind the scenes content. Haven't subscribed yet? You can do that in the bottom, as well as you missed the last videos in Amir's birthday party where we eat rotten meat. You can watch that one as well. Experience Over Possessions, like the shirt says. I'll catch you guys in the next videos. We're going to Crone.